Alright. Afternoon. Alright guys, Jack here. Getting a very, very late start today. It is just about noon. Rain's moving in, it's going to be humid. Told Lynn to send the search party if I'm not back in 45 minutes. Still not done Heidi's nursery, but they're getting closer. Hopefully it will be done today. Good afternoon. Yeah, gotta do it though. What are you drying? Corn? Got some corn drying on the road here, guys. Probably all that corn they had a couple weeks ago. It's like feed corn. Ooh, goat. Scared me. Startled me. Didn't scare me. Startled me. So bad news, guys. The Philippines has lost another YouTuber. I was informed about it yesterday, but I wasn't confirmed until I looked at it today. So thanks for pointing that out, CB. But yeah, Santa Claus is living in the Philippines is no more. He changed his channel name and returned to the US. Another failed retirement, expat retirement story. Small channel, guys. About the size of mine, actually. But I've been watching them I was watching them before I even retired over here. But yeah, he's given up. He has given up, abandoning his family and 2 children. His children. Why do you say that? Because he says he's coming back next year, and he's still creating videos. Moved back to Florida. But give his channel a look. What is it? Move from USA to Philippines and back. I think something like that is his channel name. Yeah, he's given up. He owned that resort up north of Manila, on the east coast, north of Manila. But he give it up, and one of the reasons he can't sell the resort. So now he's just telling the wife to just offload it if they can. But he wasn't really living with his family. They'd come down on weekends from Cabanatuan to the resort. But it's a whole mess. No, it's another one of them YouTubers, you don't know what the truth is. He was a grumpy old Santa Claus. Hey, grumpy Santa Claus. Like, man, change your channel name. If you're gonna say you're Santa Claus, don't be grumpy and hating on the Philippines every day and every video. Yeah, it's tenacity though. He'd put out a video every day. So good on him. Good on him, baby ducks. Yeah, he would hate on the Philippines though. Everything was a ripoff. He another victim mentality. None of it's his fault. None of it is his fault. But as part of his explanation, he's talking about lending his nephew or his wife's brother or one of his wife's relatives. Imagine that, guys. Lending money to a relative here in the Philippines. Is that a good thing? Well, I see how that turned out. And he wasn't talking hundreds of dollars. He was talking thousands of dollars. He was talking millions of pesos, according to his video. Didn't say what it was. He said he went in business with him. I don't know what kind of business they had together. And he didn't go into details. But he said he got ripped off on that. He was living off the relatives paying him off every month. And then the relative told him, well, I can't pay no more. Still owing millions of pesos, he said. I don't mean to laugh, guys, but man, he's the victim though. He lends one of his family members millions of pesos, but he's the victim. Don't lend money, guys. Never lend any more than what you can afford to lose, because it's never coming back. Even a dumb retired Marine can figure that out. But yeah, he said, and then he goes into, that's the last straw. He's leaving. He's getting on a jet plane. And he's flying back to the Philippines, or back to the US, back to Florida. Which is what he did. At least he was truthful on that. But then here's the fact. He said his wife's going to move back down from Cabanatuan. Well, why wouldn't she do that with the children? Why he was still there? That makes sense to anybody? As soon as he departs, then she's going to move down to the resort. And it's not really a resort because it's not run as a resort. They tried to open it a couple times, but imagine that. Another expat with huge dreams, and the business doesn't go. And he apparently needed the business. Another one of those guys who needs the business to survive on over here. Okay. Or was he hoping his YouTube channel took off? I don't think it would take off very well if all you did was trash the Philippines. Do what I do, trash the expats. Good thing I'm not relying on YouTube money, that's for sure. But yeah, guys, he's another victim of his own mistakes. But he won't say that. It's everybody else's fault. And he was blaming his wife. Now, and blaming the kids. The kids don't even want to talk to him while they're there with him at the resort. He gets no attention from them either. On the weekends or when they're off school or whatever. Which is what's been happening last, I guess, several years. Now, she wants to come back to Cabanatuan, or from Cabanatuan to the resort now that he's gone. So that was a stable relationship this whole time, right? LDR situation when you're living in the Philippines. Unbelievable. But he's the victim. And then, getting to the best part, guys. He said he's leaving, and he's not gonna send his wife any money. But he's coming back next year, at the beginning of the year, because he'll still be on a 13A visa. So he's got to come in and check in every year and visit and be nice enough to visit the kids. What a guy, huh? What a guy. But he's not going to, here's the part, he's not going to send her any money. No. Hello, hello. Good morning. Get past the dog before we continue. So yeah, guys, he's got 2 young children, and he just said in his YouTube video he wasn't going to send his wife any money. She's going to have to survive on her own. Hey, how's it going? Then he's worried about it, but he's worried about his cats. Worried about his kittens. What a deal, guys. Another one, who does that? A victim does that. That's what you call that. Sounds to me like his wife's the victim. His children are the victims of another expat that's not going to take care of his responsibilities. Like I said, they're not still stepchildren, they're his. He's not going to send her any child support money for young kids. You can see how young they are in his videos. They're elementary school age. Yeah, he's not going to take care of them. Sad. Then he has nerve to put that out on video. That's enough about him. Like I said, I haven't watched his channel in 2 or 3 months. Then I was only paying attention every other day or so. Yeah, didn't see this coming. Yeah, he had his resort up for sale. Why he bought it in the first place, I don't know. Is that the business he was in with his family? I don't know. But he's the victim. None of it's his fault. Hello. Hello. The force is strong. I mean, the victim mentality is strong here in the Philippines. Everybody's a victim. Just like my buddy Jim. Asian Adventures with Jim released another scathing video, guys. And guess what? His court case has gone south. None of us saw that coming. His frivolous little case, which he never tells us what the charges are. He's put out 50 videos saying he's got to go to court, there's a case pending against him. But he never divulges what the charges are. Obviously they're assault for what he did to his in-laws in defense. And it's 2 versions of that story when it first happened, because the one story goes that he's thrown his brother-in-law or uncle or sister's wife's uncle, sister, brother, whatever he is. He was throwing coffee cups over his fence and almost hit him one day. So he goes out there to talk to him about it. And ends up, according to him, having to defend himself and slamming the guy to the ground and then stepping on him. Or over him, according to him. Then the other version goes, starts the same, throwing coffee cups over the fence, but then the uncle says something bad about his wife, or uncle, brother, whatever. They say something bad, negative about his wife, and of course Jim gives him an ultimatum to apologize, and then slams him when he didn't. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. There's a 220-pound guy pushing around a 130-pound Filipino. Pushing him, slamming him to the ground, whatever he did. Whatever the truth was. And then the assault on his son, while he was with him, of course, with the beer bottles to the head. Of course, Jim was fighting off three others, and at the same time, swatting away beer bottles to the left, beer bottles to the right, swatting them away, throwing people to the ground. A huge melee. Where Jim comes out on top, and they all run away. Retaliation for slamming a guy to the ground, maybe? You make the call. But obviously, he's being charged with obvious to me, assault. But it's a frivolous case. All the witnesses recanted. Yet his lawyer, who now went from a great guy to a scammer, is just ripping him off. Telling him now that the case has gone to court, and he has to appear in court, where he's in big trouble. And they'll put out a warrant for his arrest. But he's coming over here in 2 weeks. Or a week. Should be a week now, right, Jim? Have you bought that ticket yet? Let me know in the comments, Jim. But yeah, it goes on and on with this guy too. The lies just continue. So the whole trial's gone south. He now has to appear, and now he has to settle. Settle? What do you mean? Bribery money, Jim? Huh. Imagine that. None of us saw that coming. And the guy that's supposedly, here's the air quotes again, supposedly in jail right now for the assault on his son, and been in jail for a while, 6 months now or so, according to Jim. Life according to Jim. Or Asian Adventures according to Jim. Let me get my facts clear. So yeah, then like I said, then we have that. But Jim doesn't lie. He doesn't stretch the truth. Hey, good afternoon. Jim's a big old pussycat. He's not a drunken rageaholic. It was the 80s. I'd say Mark McGuire on steroids, man. Roid rage. Jim's a peaceful guy. He's a nice guy. According to him. He wouldn't assault nobody. Didn't deserve it. But wait a minute, he did. That's right. He did. He's going to be on trial for it. Imagine that. What a revelation. Oh, look at that water coming out today. It is humid. Sweating my... Maybe I should start playing the victim. Oh, this heat. I don't know why this Filipino heat's so hot. Hello. I don't know why this Filipino heat's so hot. I blame the heat, guys. I blame the weather. I blame the weather for killing me. Not my fault that I'm walking at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. One of the hottest days of the year. That's not my fault. Hey, how's it going? That's not my fault. the Philippines' fault. So yeah, I wish I was living in the Dumaguete area. I'd go to the trial. I'd be like a First Amendment auditor. Go to the trial, try to break into a courtroom and record it. But here's the questions I have. Jim, are you going to come back to the Philippines next week? Are you going to show up for your trial if you're so innocent? Of course, he is innocent, but he's just going to be railroaded. He's going to be found guilty in a Philippine court for nothing, for a frivolous suit here. Is it a criminal case or is it a civil case? That's what I want to know. What is the truth? So many versions of, oh, they're just going to be thrown out, according to his lawyer, his great lawyer, who now is a scam artist. All right, guys. Question and doubt time. So apparently Jim's actual court case is coming up in a few weeks. Will he be here for it? Will he show up in court? I think he better. Or else this might be his last trip to the Philippines. Because he will be arrested when he arrives the next time he's on his tourist visa to visit his family. Yeah. That's my guess. I lay 60-40 odds that he's not going to show up for that case. But he will try to settle it in a monetary way before the trial even happens. Like I said, I still don't know if it's a civil suit or a criminal suit. He hasn't told us that either. Hasn't told us what the charges are. But he refers to his court case in every trial or in every video. And just yesterday is when he found out the lawyer is a scam artist and is just trying to extort him for money. And he's saying this right on his YouTube videos, guys, which I'm pretty sure his lawyers probably watch. And there may be a civil case right there by how bad he's talking about the lawyer. Defamation of character, guys. It is big over here. And if you're doing that with your own lawyer, oh my God. That's why he can't be that stupid, right? He can't be that stupid. And has he given the lawyer's name? I'm not sure if he did or not. I think he may have at one point when it was a great lawyer trying to get him business. You know, promoting his business. He may have done that. I'd have to go back and review the tapes, but I don't want to give him any more YouTube income. But it's funny, guys. Something ain't right with these stories. Trivial case. Going to be dismissed. Not so fast, buddy. And a lot of my commenters have made the same have the same suspicion. Like I said, the other day wasn't the first time I've talked about him especially about trashing his wife and the scooter. Now he's trashing the lawyer. But it's all funny. It's all fun and games to him. So now he's just going to be a expat expat tourist. Not a failed retiree over here. So, you see those videos all the time. Why are so many people leaving the Philippines? Well, I left and came back. Medical reasons. Santa Claus left and staying left because of financial problems. And he hates it here, hates everything about this place. He did nothing but talk about how bad Filipinos were the whole time he was here. So yeah, guys, there are a lot of people leaving here. People probably should never have come over here in the first place. Probably shouldn't have come over here in the first place. In fact, I know that's true. Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, guys, stay tuned to Jim's channel for the rest of the story. Jim, what are the charges? Come on, let us know. What are the charges, Jim? Is it civil or criminal? Since it's so trivial. All the witnesses have recanted. Because he's dodging beer bottles left to the right. Beer bottle coming straight towards his head. He knocks it out of the way. He's Superman. He knocks him to the ground with his leg. He's Superman, guys. Oh, now he's charged with assault. With no witnesses. Trivial case. We shall see. And that's just the updates from 2 days ago, guys. So I watch your videos, Jim. You're welcome. Don't know what's coming next. Hello. All right, guys, waiting on my ice water now. Yay. All right. My child labor laws have broken again. Oh, what are y'all dressed up for? You going to a party today? No. Are we having a party? Yeah, guys, so just a... Huh? Where's Mommy? How do I know? Probably in taking a nap. Isn't it about her nap time? See, if she went on walks with me, she wouldn't need that afternoon nap. Still working on Heidi's nursery over there. Yeah. Like I said, guys, the gym content, it just does it on its own. Don't even have to make it up. All you gotta do is see through the smoke, the mirrors, determine what the real truth is from other videos that he's put out, and obviously doesn't remember what he's put out previously. You don't have to work hard for those. You don't even have to do a lot of editing on these videos. Okay, guys. I'll just end it here and say thank you for watching. Appreciate all you loyal watchers.